Hey there, parents. Today we're tackling a topic that might make you want to tear your hair out when your teenager declares, "I'm almost 18, you can't tell me what to do." If you've got a teen at home, this probably sounds all too familiar. It's like they think turning 18 is some kind of magic switch that suddenly makes them immune to rules and consequences. Well, I've got news for them, and maybe for you too. That's not how it works. Sure, when your child reaches the big 1 to 8, they're legally considered an adult. They can vote, join the military, and be tried as a grown-up if they break the law. But does that mean they can do whatever they please under your roof? Absolutely not. Here's the thing: your house, your rules. It doesn't matter if your kid is 4, 14, or 24, if they're living in your home, they need to follow your guidelines. That means no verbal or physical abuse, no disrespect, and no acting like they run the show. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But they're practically an adult. I can't control them anymore. Well, you're right. You can't force your 18-year-old to go to school or stop them from dropping out. But you can set clear expectations and consequences. Let's say your teen wants to quit high school. You might say something like, "You're right, I can't make you go to school. But the rule in this house is that you either graduate or get a full-time job and pay rent. The choice is yours." And if they threaten to move out? Don't panic. Just calmly reply, "That's not what I want to see happen, but you need to find a way to follow the rules as long as you live here." Then walk away and let them think about it. Remember, your house rules should reflect your values and keep everyone safe. That means no stealing, lying, or drug use. It means respecting curfews and other people's property. These aren't unreasonable demands, they're basic guidelines for living under one roof. So, what do you do when your teen pulls the "you can't tell me what to do" card? It's simple. You say, "You're right. I can't control what you do outside this house. But while you're here, you need to follow my rules. You don't have to like them, but you do have to find a way to stick to them. And if they break the rules, follow through with the consequences, just like you would for any other family member or guest in your home." Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But I don't want to push my kid away. I want to have a good relationship with them. And that's totally understandable. The teenage years can be a tricky tightrope to walk. You want to give them space to grow and make their own choices, but you also need to set boundaries and keep them safe. So, how do you find that balance? It starts with communication. Have an honest, open conversation with your teen about your expectations and why they matter. Listen to their perspective too, they might have some valid points or concerns that you hadn't considered. And remember, it's okay to compromise sometimes. If your teen wants a later curfew on weekends, for example, you might agree to push it back an hour if they prove they can handle the responsibility. The key is finding a middle ground that works for everyone. At the end of the day, you're the parent. You're the one responsible for your child's safety and well-being, even when they're teetering on the edge of adulthood. And that means setting boundaries, enforcing consequences, and standing your ground when necessary. So, keep doing what you're doing. Keep setting those rules, even when your teen rolls their eyes or slams their door. Keep having those tough conversations, even when they'd rather be scrolling through TikTok. And keep loving them fiercely, even when they're driving you up the wall. Because one day, believe it or not, they'll thank you. They'll look back and realize that all those rules and boundaries were actually a sign of your love and concern. They'll appreciate the fact that you cared enough to stand firm even when it wasn't easy. Thanks for joining me today, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might need a little teenage parenting solidarity. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips.